7th, 2023. My name is Elena Kingethi, and I am the proud owner and CEO of Empowering Empires. And we recently launched this podcast, and I just want to thank everybody for listening, coming through, dropping by, and things like that. I'm trying something a little different this morning. I'm trying to get fancy, so I'm also doing a YouTube live at the same time as I'm doing the podcast. So hello, YouTube people. Hello. If you guys have followed me for a while, you know I've been in trucking since 2008, and I teach trucking, I teach freight brokering, I teach trucking dispatch. I help people get started with their trucking companies, do a lot of mentoring and coaching. And one thing I'm excited about this year is our CD this CDL school, and to watch it go into fruition and things like that is just very, very exciting, especially here in Kansas City, because we need a CDL school. Like, we have CDL schools, but we need my CDL school. Why we need your CDL school? Like, the reason why they need my CDL school is because my CDL school doesn't just teach drivers how to drive, but we actually teach them how to the business side. One of the things that irks me, and I'm gonna bring my guest in today, and she probably got a lot to say about this too. One of the things that irks me, that gets up under my skin, is when these drivers come out of school, the school teaches you how to drive. Awesome, wonderful, great. But I'm tired of schools producing driver robots. Like, I'm tired of driver robots. I talk to people every day, been driving for years and years and years, but they don't know the business side of the industry. And they get in these trucks, and they get in these trucking contracts and these trucking deals because nobody ever taught them. And it's this thing where you learn by experience, and them experiences is expensive. And so one of the things for our school is to teach people how the business side, not just to be a driver robot. Anyway, I'm finished because this is not my platform today. I want to introduce you guys. This, first of all, our Empire podcast will air. We'll be doing this every single morning for the month of April. If we get a good response, we're going to go in, or for the month of March, we get a good response, then we're going to go into the month of April, right? So every morning you will have a different guest. Yesterday morning, if you guys didn't listen, check out Felicia. She talked about Hot Shot. Honey, I learned so much just because I'm a full truckload girl, and I learned so much just in them 25 minutes of talking to Felicia about hot shotting. So go into the podcast. Listen, Linda, listen to the podcast yesterday. Today, drum roll please, is one of my absolute favorite person, that woman drivers in the world. Like, I'm telling y'all, and I don't give people that title lightly. You know what I'm saying? Her and I met a little over a year ago. And this girl came into my life, honey, and I couldn't push her away. I had to embrace her more. If you've ever been on my Facebook Live page, you may have listened to us before, and we decided to take this road on the show. So this show on the road. I'm dyslexic this morning. So every Tuesday morning, you will hear Cody. Just remember the name Cody. I'm an introducer right now, and our topic for today, yesterday our topic was Hot Shot Mama. Today is simply me, Cody. Just me, Cody, because I promise once you meet Cody, you can't unmeet her. So I'm going to shut up, and I am going to introduce you to Miss Cody. And before I do as well, I want you to know that honey, Tom Joyner ain't got nothing on Cody, because she's doing this morning show with us, and she's driving a truck. So Cody, take it away, baby girl.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever time that you are listening. Here it is. Right now it's morning time. Well, good morning. I'm Cody. Where can I start off from? Let me see. Let me start off with a little bit of my background. I'm 34 right now. I've been in the transportation of commercial world since I was 21. 15, I knew I wanted to drive trucks. I knew where I was from, Bronx, New York. Shout out, Mama, we made it. I knew from that age that I didn't want to work at Target. I didn't want to do what everybody else was doing. Around that time, when it was time for me to get out there and work, I didn't want to do it. I'm like, I don't want to be at McDonald's or Burger King. Fast food was not where it was at for me. If I couldn't taste the French fries, I didn't want it. Okay, I didn't want to get fast fries. So I honestly, like I said, I'm from the Bronx, from the BX. I fell in love with MTA. How the buses move. Then I met a woman driver, and she got into a fender bender on Fordham, and we're still friends today. And me and my mother and my sister, we stayed and waited for her supervisor and the police to come so that her job could be secure because she wasn't moving. First driving lesson 101. If you ain't moving, it is not your fault. Okay? If you parked, it is not your fault. That's what I learned out there in CA and New York. If you are not moving, how could you create an accident? Okay? And you park on a curb. So we stayed there. We actually exchanged numbers and everything. And that actually started my journey. I've never told nobody that story. Wow. That journey.
I know when you were talking, I was like, I never heard that, but okay. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Like, I just know everything about you, but go ahead.
That's my I ain't even gonna drop. I've never told that. I went way back. I've never told nobody that story. When I tell, we literally friends today. And I'm gonna say this: God plants people along your journey. Once you figure out your journey, God will send people your way to help you better your journey and understand it and guide you. I call those grapes plucked right off the vine and placed around me in a circle. Okay, so there's other people like her. I want to say her name so bad. There's other people like her that I've met along my way in different careers. So I'm from the Bronx. I've been driving since I was 21, a commercial driver. If you look at my NVR, it'll give you the date, time, and everything. It took me four tries to get my CDL. And I went down there. At the time, I was living in Brooklyn. Yes, from the Bronx to Brooklyn. I was living in Brooklyn. And it took me 4 tries to go down there to get my CDL. And let me tell you something. After the second time, the women in that office and that DMV, they knew me. They knew I was coming back next week because I was not giving up. Christmas Eve, I got my commercial license. It's in New York. If you get your C license, it's considered a commercial license. So that's when I started, and I got my commercial passenger, right? And them 50 questions back in the day was hard. I didn't have to do no road tests or anything like that. And a lot of people, I know a lot of people come to you too, Elena, and they ask, well, how can I get my CDL? Cody has not paid for any of her licenses. I didn't have to. I didn't have to dip in my pocket or anything else like that. When I upgraded to an A, I had to pay Swift. I went to Swift. Everybody thinks Swift is a bad school, a bad place to work. They're really not. They're really not. But I got my Class C, and I worked with MTA, their spin-off contract at the time, which was Accessorize. I worked for Accessorize, got in good with the people, learned the business, and I always told myself I wanted to start from the bottom. I used to say I'm starting from the bottom of the lasagna pan, and I worked my way up. In that industry of paratransit in New York, I learned the ins and outs of dealing with people, dealing with everyday people. At a very early age, I was 21. You know, got to be 21 to hold a CDL and drive. I was 21 and I was learning people. I was learning this different type of people, different type of walks of life, how to interact with people's different temperament, their attitudes, how to talk somebody off the ledge you know, so you don't have to write no police report or anything else. So everybody got time, you know, and then it's the people in that building I still talk to, I still call for advice. When I'm in New York, I'll call them up, hey, I'm in New York, what we doing? What we do, you know? So, and those, each one of those individuals, I remember my first operations manager, and I still remember his name. He was just a sweetheart, but he would let me know, mind you, I'm 21. So, you know, I'm thinking I know everything. I know I got this. You know, I know I'm untouchable, you know, but he showed me so much more to the industry, right? So that's paratransit, New York. You can get your license, a Class C. You don't have to jump right into an A or a B. I stayed with MTA Paratransit for the experience. Then I realized, okay, I'm a little comfortable. I was also the shop stewardess for 1181 Union. Hey, I made it. They also taught me the ins and outs of how to speak when you're speaking to a supervisor or a police officer, or you know, a shop stewardess. I had to fight not just for myself. I was the in-between person between the company and the union.
Okay.
You wasn't just gonna let one of my folks go. You know, and at the time there was no cameras, there was no maps, there was no GPS, and this is New York City. This is 5 boroughs. You know what I'm saying? So it's really okay. What was you doing? Was you eating while you were driving? And then you dealing with passengers. So I had to, you know, I had to fight for my driver. I left. Yeah, it was fun. But like I said, 1181, I was with the head notches. They love, like, everybody who come across me. I don't know. I'm just lovable. I'm like a peer baby.
You are.
A sour patch.
You are.
They taught me the ins and outs of when you're speaking. So yes, a couple of times I got to a couple of fender bidders, but you know what? I learned early. At 15, I was not moving. I was parked. I was letting passengers go off the bus, and that person side swiped me from the left. How could I get in an accident and I'm parked? You know what I'm saying? So being a shop steward taught me how to handle myself in under pressure. Right? I'm a funny, lovable, laughing person, but when it's time to play ball, I'm here. I'm here. So they taught me that, and then I left. I left there and I went to Greyhound. Now, at the time, I was doing 2 jobs in New York. I was doing security at night, and I was driving during the day. Don't ask me why I was getting my sleep, because at the time, there was no logbooks. Okay?
Good old days, honey. The good old days.
Right, the good old days. Getting paid every week. I had a check. You know, this was every week. 21, I've never had bi-weekly. I've always been paid weekly. Okay.
All right.
People like bi-weekly. I thought, I don't know what that is. So I was doing security during the night, and I love that job too, because now at this point I'm realizing I'm a people person. I love being around people. Okay, so that was also a situation where I had to learn to be around people's different temperaments and attitudes and everything. God had a plan. I didn't know what the plan was. I was just, at the time, 21, doing me, okay, trying to be as fly as ever. And I left MTA. It was time for me to go. I left, and I was also working not just in Manhattan, but I also was the only driver at that time in Harlem to work out of the Staten Island.
Can I just interrupt you? Can I interrupt you, Cody? Because I am New York crazy. And when you say the names of these cities, I'm just like, Harlem, woo! Staten Island, woo! I feel like I'm watching a movie, girl. I only been in New York one time in my whole entire life. But when you, and I'm imagining, the difficulty. You know what I'm saying? Like, for you to get a CDL in New York is not like you getting a CDL here in Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? I mean, most trucks don't even want to touch New York. I'm not even sending my trucks to New York.
I'm actually on my way to New York now. I'm on my way to New York now. I'm actually I came from Phoenix, Arizona, and then I stopped off here in Illinois. Yeah, I passed you up, and I passed you up, and then I had Illinois, Missouri, and I picked up my load from Missouri, and now I'm going to Buffalo, New York. So he's like, it's not the city. I said, you can send me to the city. That's fine. Like I ain't gonna look. I got a little raise over the weekend because I plays no games. Once I get a load on me, that's my mission. We gonna get it there, no matter what. And they're not used to drivers like me. Drivers like me are a diamond in the rough.
Honey, you better say it.
A diamond in the rough.
You better say it.
They at one point they didn't understand. I know this all pop up when we talk about y'all. This is what we do. But they didn't realize.
This how we flow. This how we flow. So every Tuesday, get ready for this. Go ahead, Cole.
They didn't realize that I'm running my clock out. I'm driving. Like I was sending pictures of my logs, my digital log, my e-log, and they're looking like, we don't understand why you don't have no hours. And they actually comb through my logs, and they see this woman is really driving. Got 30-minute breaks. It's 31, 32 minutes. And that's just, computers got a little glitch to it sometimes. So it's just for the computer to keep up with me. I'm on my, not to brag about it, but I'm on my second dispatcher. I'm actually working with the operator manager of the dispatch service. And I tell people this, yes, we can drive. A lot of drivers say, oh, can your company give me 3,000 miles? The company's going to say, yes, we can give you 3,000 miles. Yes. But what a lot of times, a lot of these company drivers, when they come off their 2-year experience and they get on to these 1099s or these mom and pop companies, smaller companies, a lot of times they don't dispatch themselves. There's no in-house dispatch. A lot of times they hire all the services to dispatch. So the company you are applying for is going to say, yeah, we get you 3,000.
Speak it, Cody. Preach this morning, girl. Go ahead, preach. Go ahead. I know where you're going. Go ahead, honey.
Yeah, we give you them 3,000 miles just to get you in that seat. But then now you in there and you driving. I'm saying this because I've been a company driver from day one. From day one. And you can make your money as 1099, even as a W-2 driver. You can make your money. So, yeah, we give you the 3,000 miles. I have a book. I'm old school. I have a book, the black and white book they used to give us in school, and I copy everything down. And I put my own titles, where I'm picking up, where I'm delivering, what time I pulled in, what time I actually pulled in to walk and do check-in. That's up there. I'm doing refrigeration now, the tip that I pulled in with, and then I'm also writing my empty miles. So now with these dispatch services, they'll say, yeah, we can get 3,000 miles. The 3,000 miles includes your empty miles. No. I'm a bad son of a gun, okay? I don't want empty miles. I want my loaded miles to be 3,000. If you can't give me 3,000, baby, you got the wrong driver to be dispatcher. I always say, I'm Batman, you Robin. You Robin, you in the back cave, and you directing me where I need to go. At the end of the day, I'll drive whatever you dispatch me on. But if your dispatch is sucky, baby, I can't work with you.
If because the dispatcher is so important. I love what you just said, Cody. I'm Batman and you Robin. That dispatcher and that driver got to work together. You gotta be able to work. Y'all gotta be able to have a combined relationship where the ultimate goal is to make it. Because if the driver's pushing and making the money, the dispatcher's gonna push and make money. That means that the owner's gonna push and make money, and that means everybody is eating it. Everybody's happy. I'm so glad you touched on that.
Everybody eating. So, like I said, this is my second dispatcher, and
so Cody is on the road. So y'all bear with us because she you good? Okay,
so
go ahead.
The first dispatcher, and I'm going in and out. Yeah, I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm working. That's why y'all can't see me. Y'all cannot see me. I'm working, and I'm not supposed to. But I just want to bring this information so y'all can meet me because I'm real. My service is going in and out, but I'm here. But a lot of owners, and I'm a CEO of my own staffing agency, PDA Driver Services, and we we staff trucks. We also staff agencies as well. So if you have a company or you need somebody, you need a good secretary, you need somebody that's about their job, about their career, and on the same level and same boat. That's what PDA driver services do. I've been in this game for so long, you know, with company driving and dealing with people, and I also dispatch some trucks myself. When I was hurt on the job, I had to go inside one company and I worked inside, and I was able to see what was going on the other side of the fence. And I learned from a lot of great people how to dispatch trucks, how to get the fuel line open, how to it. God's been good. Whether I realized it at that moment, God's been good. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to answer phone, multitask. I was doing stuff I didn't even know I could do. And I'm just a driver. And they offered me, that company, and I was out on medical leave, offered me a job to come off of the road to work in the building because I got this system down in like 3 or 4 days.
So,
3 or 4 days, I was determined to get it.
so let me ask you this, Cody, because we got about roughly maybe 5 minutes left. Let me ask you this. What, I mean, like when I'm listening to you, I hear expertise. You know what I'm saying? So my question to you, for those out there listening, how do you, because you in 20 minutes, you summed up a lot. How do you think that your previous experiences have got you to where you're at right now?
Oh man. MTA, Greyhound to doing drive away to getting into the trucking industry. I pretty much, it's not a situation you could put me in that I'm gonna be stuck.
All right.
That's it. I could drive the truck forward, I could drive the truck back, dealing with people, because when you're in trucking, it's not just trucking. We're also troubleshooting. Sometimes we're our own dispatchers. Sometimes we're our own mechanics. You got to get bust out a scotch tape and some black electric tape to get that light bulb to be sticking that right place. We also do that. We're also customer service, because whether these people that coming in, these new people coming into trucking, your company that you are pulling up in, that brand name like Nike, like Nike shoes, anything that has a brand, Jaguar, that company, that truck you're pulling up is a moving billboard. So when you step out that truck, you're representing that brand. And when you step out, your clothes need to be on point. I'm a female, and I see us ladies out here, we look good and whatnot, but when you step out that truck, you shouldn't have yoga pants on.
Go ahead, Cody. Go ahead, Cody. Go ahead, honey. They gonna shut us down before we get started. Say it again, and say it why again.
I mean, the yoga pants is cute, but when you at work, you're at work. We're truck drivers, but we're representing this brand, this giant billboard that we pulling up in front of. We're representing this company. So it's just like, when I step out, I got my sweats. I look together. I look like I fit the job. But you know what? And I have had this before, where logistics have called the company, called the dispatch, and requested not just my company, but me. But me. We want this driver. This driver came out, was very professional. The trailer was cleaned out. She made sure that the load was secured and in place. I don't know what the issue is, but people don't want to jump in this trailer and strap their loads down.
Don't start, Cody.
I was taught, I know I'm limited to time. I was taught was, once that load leaves that dock, that warehouse, and it's on your trailer, on that brand that you are driving, you secure it. That's your money. Because if that load tips, your money gonna tip.
There you go.
Period.
There you go.
So you come out from working from Swift and Warren and all that, 2 years experience, and you want to get on a company where I'm not, I just got a raise. I got a raise. Working with a company like mine, where I know any company, they are hiring you based off of your 2-year experience, what you picked up working for Warner, working for Swift, working for Snyder. So it's not just driving the truck forward and backing. You need to know how to position the load. You never want your load to be loaded in one straight line. No, you can tip. You can tip over going around a curve. You want to make sure you know how to use low locks. how to use straps, how to use ratchet straps. You take the time to learn. When you're on the truck with your trainer, ask them questions, especially females. Us females that's getting in the game, and I see y'all. I salute. Ask them questions. Get your cup. So sometimes bathrooms ain't here. You can't just pull over and just get your cup. Do what you gotta do. Get your food on the truck. Like them 2 years is critical. Learn something.
So
Learn how to dispatch.
So
Yo, you know I'm passionate.
I know. And I'm your honey, and you got a congregation this morning, honey. You got some congregation. So
send us some questions. If you want me to ask questions, if you want to know something, you want to know how to get your CDL for free, I'll put you on. I know people in New York. I know people throughout certain states. Like, if you're willing to travel and make it happen, I always say if you are a woman and your kids is grown, they got to make their own egg sandwich and they're legal to stay at home, honey, get on the truck, get on the road. If you can't get into truck, if you can't get your Class A, don't be discouraged. Get your Class B. Jump on with Greyhound. I know folks in Greyhound. They looking for workers right now. I've been to Canada. I was out there in Montreal. My license is clean. I can go anywhere right now. I got a company, a multi-billionaire company right now looking at me.
All right.
Looking at me.
All right. So as we get ready to close out this morning, what I'm gathering from everything that you said was, and
we'll take time for offering too.
Yeah. Let's go on and pass that tray around. We take tithes and offering. We take Cash App. We take Zelle. We take it all, honey.
We do take donations, honey. We do.
So as you were speaking, first of all, for our listeners, this passion, this energy, you can hear every Tuesday for the month of March. If you guys give us good response, then you'll hear us in April. And every Tuesday, Cody will be on. And basically, she summarized everything that she's going to be talking about because she has hot topics every Tuesday she'll be discussing. But one of the things that I took from what you said is a Bible verse. I don't want to quote it exactly, so I'm just, because I don't have my Bible with me to look it up. But never forsake small beginnings. Never forsake small beginnings. That's what I get out of everything that you said. When we this morning, when Cody and I talked, and I was like, well, it's just meet Cody day, and you can vibe off of me. I'll start talking and you can vibe off of me. I know that, I'll ask you a question and you just gonna go, girl, because I just know you. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what happened. And I got out of it. Never forsake small beginnings, because you talked about every single step that you took going up this ladder, and you continue to go up this ladder. I'm going to close out and I'm going to have Cody talk about her business that she has right now. She's the CEO of a company. She's not all the way up her ladder yet, honey, because as soon as she get up, y'all heard, as soon as she get up to the top of the ladder, she build herself another ladder and keep going higher and higher and higher. And that's what we're supposed to do as entrepreneurs. So we got about 60 seconds, and Cody, close us out. Tell us about PDA.
PDA, family-owned business. Me, my sister, my mom, we started it. We started it based off of hearing the complaints, my own complaints with the industry, not just company drivers, but owners. We step in, we're the middleman. We're like lawyers for drivers, lawyers for owners. We pretty much do it all. If you need help with dispatch services, we have, a couple of listings for that. If you need good drivers, and I mean great drivers with knowledge and experience on the road like myself, we go in and we look for drivers that's going to fit your needs, fit your temperament, fit everything that your company stands for. We're not just going to find a driver and put a driver in your empty truck. No, we need to get you a driver that is on the same bandwagon as you. If you want to make money, we're going to find a driver that's going to make money. But you also need to understand, as an owner, drivers and company drivers are not robots. Yes, you may have owner ops. Owner ops is great, but an owner ops will work for a week and be like, oh, I got my quota, I'm sitting down. A company driver is your backbone of your company. they'll work for you. If you do them right, they'll do you right. Point blank, period. A lot of owners have a high turnover, and a lot of times it's because drivers don't feel heard. They don't feel heard. They don't feel like you hear them out. You understand what it is. It's a sacrifice to be out here on the road every day. PDA, driver service, out services, we're here.
All right.
Flat rate, we're here.
All right. Give them your information. This is for if you want to recruit a driver. If you want a good quality driver. I went through Cody for drivers. She gives good drivers. Give them your information code.
Okay, real quick, I'm going to give this is a 24-hour text-free service, 478-227-3806. You can text me at any time. You can call after 5 o'clock Eastern time. We do not accept any calls, but we definitely can text you on our 24-hour service. That's kind of quick. Our website is just that, PDA Driver Service LLC. .com, same thing at gmail.com. I tried to kind of squeeze it in there a little bit. We're also on all platforms, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. I'm also as well Cody Jordan 707 on Instagram and TikTok. My Facebook is a little personal, but our website is up there as well. All you gotta do is type in PDA Driver Service.
Thank you. I'm so excited. As you were speaking, Cody, I'm so excited because God is beautiful and God is wonderful. And this team of Empire experts that we have built to do this podcast. We had Felicia on Monday, Cody today. Tomorrow we're going to be having Judith, Dr. Judy. Judith is going to come from a spiritual aspect, talking about spirituality as a business leader and how important it is. On Thursday, we have our very own Mr. Gary, honey. We call him Mr. Santa around here, honey. And let me tell you, D'Angelo and all them, Denzel ain't got nothing on Mr. Santa, honey, because he make all them women go crazy. And then on Friday, Fridays will be my day. Well, I'll just come in and talk a little bit, might have a surprise guest or whatever. But this is what you're getting. And this is basically because we are people that love the industry, that are passionate about what we're doing. Of course, to advertise the different services that we have, of course. But at the same time, to be able to offer some education and bring a little positivity into a world of trucking that sometimes you just need. You need that positive light. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful, awesome, incredible day. Thank you again to my Cody, honey. Thank you, girl. You brought it. You did it, honey. And I will be publishing the podcast. Like I said before, honey, we are new. We knew. Think about the 5 heartbeats when they, before they performed at the Apollo and stuff in the places they had to go. So don't be getting on here talking about our voice quality or nothing like that, and we don't have our intro music or anything. It's coming, but we got information that we want to put out.
Click like, share.
That's it. Click like, share, honey. Click like, share. Just share it. All right. Love you guys. Love you. Thank you, Cody.
No problem.
All right. Bye, everybody. So, as I said, we are launching this podcast. You guys, I'm super excited about it. I don't know how the sound quality went with you guys listening to Cody this morning, but can you still hear me, Cole?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, but I stopped the recording. I'm on YouTube. Let me shut down YouTube and just shut everything down. All right. Okay, bye. So YouTube people, I will be posting the podcast so you guys can know and you guys can go in and listen to it and share it. Love you. Bye.